Hey guys, I am watching this video of RossTheeSquirrel. I'll have his links and all that down in the description. Thank you for making this video. I'm gonna react to it and give my opinions on top of what he says. Anyway, let's start the video.
Of Apex Legends is about 1 week away from launching, and we have tons of information to cover, including details about the brand new Skirmisher Legend.
I will be going for high kills on the new Skirmisher Legend, so hopefully my first 10k honor.
Upcoming buffs to various legends and weapons, plus so much more. But first, what I really want to go over and discuss are the teasers that have been released so far by the team at Respawn that you might have missed out on.
I also want to say I'm sorry for pausing, but I have watched this video once over to make sure it's a good video. I always think RossTheeSquirrel does amazing on videos. But again, let's get back into it.
So just a couple of days ago, the team at Apex Legends put up this post, but then deleted it a couple of hours later.
Was it supposed to be a teaser, or did they fuck up? I honestly think like they were fucked up.
In this post, it read, "Not bad for an amateur," followed by, "Let's see your time." And accompanied with the text was this video of Octane on the Stormpoint map at the C-Note Cave POI running through a time trial type of race. However, Respawn quickly realized their mistake, that Stormpoint is not a map that's playable right now, and ultimately deleted their tweet.
I don't think that's it. I think they fucked up by releasing the data way too early. That's what I think.
I did go into the private lobbies, which if you want me to host some custom matches again, let me know in the comments because those were really fun back in the day. But yeah, I tried to see if I could access this myself on the Stormpoint map since it is available in the customs, and unfortunately the teaser is not live in there either. However, I was able to save the video that was shared, and we can slow this down to get a glimpse of what we could have experienced.
I mean, it is cool because it reminds me of Titanfall too. The run. I don't think it's gonna be anything more than a badge, which I have seen the badges. You'll see them too soon. They do look cool. I honestly think it'll be cool to see. And it'll probably be in its own run. I don't think it's gonna be mid-match.
During this time trial, players were going to have to run through these various checkpoints as fast as possible. Essentially, if you finished it in 90 seconds, you would get bronze. If you finished it in 60 seconds, you would have gotten silver. 45 seconds would have rewarded you with gold. And if you finished in 40 seconds or less, you would have been known as a super sweat, earning a corresponding badge for how well you performed. It's honestly kind of a shame that Respawn just has not released this on a different map, but maybe they still will before Season 29 comes out. Now, looking at these checkpoints that you needed to cross in the time trial event, these actually appear to resemble the new Legend Overdrive's upcoming tactical ability, and that when players run through them, they are granted with a slide speed boost, which is pretty cool.
We don't know much about her, I don't think, but like, can enemies go through it? I'm assuming, right? All I know is she's a skirmisher, and I'm happy.
Also in this teaser at the beginning of the course is this motorbike. Now this bike had been discovered in the game files a few weeks ago by Hypermist, and it was originally anticipated that the new Legend Overdrive was going to have this motorbike as their ultimate ability. Basically with this, you would have been able to summon the bike and quickly transport your team across the map similar to a trident. It would also have had HP so enemies could destroy it. However, that does not seem to be the case anymore, and that the motorbike will likely just be part of their character lore similar to Sparrow's cat Artemis. Instead,
I mean that banners and that motorcycles in every frame just reaching into a certain legend. I do think it's gonna be cool. I don't think it's gonna be an ultimate.
these are the anticipated abilities for Overdrive. I want to stress that these are not 100% confirmed at the moment, but the expectation is that Overdrive, who we know for sure will be a Skirmisher Legend, would have a passive that allows him to have much better slide jump and slide control. There is also the possibility that this could allow Overdrive to slide uphill at an increased speed, which is pretty interesting.
I hope it's not an increased speed. I just hope you can slide uphill. It doesn't matter if you're down or up.
Overdrive's tactical would be basically what was included in that teaser on Stormpoint, and this would be a slide gate where you can throw out a nitro gate onto the ground in front of you, and if you or your teammates step onto it, you would receive a sliding speed boost. And Overdrive's new ultimate instead of the motorbike is expected to be some type of throwable that deals damage to everything in its path. In the teaser image that we've received from Respawn, this device on Overdrive's right shoulder is anticipated to be a drone tied to her ultimate.
Is it a companion? I hope.
Honestly, Overdrive sounds interesting based on these leaked abilities, but I'm not quite sure how they'll fit into the meta, so let me know in the comments below what you think about these rumored abilities. Additionally, Overdrive is expected to receive...
I hope this shit comes in. If anything happens, I hope it's this. This seems fucking fire. Hold on, I'm turning my mic all the way up. If anything happens, this needs to come into the game. Make it 25, make it 30. I don't care. I will pay for it. That is low-key sick.
An assassin-themed legendary skin in Season 29, and that they are expected to be German as a few voice lines were discovered in the files. On top of this,
Do we have a German legend? Besides Caustic, I'm fucking around. But do we have a German one? I couldn't recall.
German as a few voice lines were discovered in the files. On top of this, a second teaser for Season 29 has been shared by the Apex Legends team that hints at some legend buffs, and thankfully this one has not been deleted yet. For starters with this, Apex Legends has shared this post saying work in progress, do not touch, and in the image that they shared there are hints at various Vantage buffs to release soon. On the sticky notes in this image there are actually interactions between Sparrow and Vantage. One of them has Sparrow saying, "Have you been doing my landing exercises?" referring to Sparrow's movement mechanics, and Vantage responds that she is now as agile as a prowler and to watch out. This could very well mean that Vantage's tactical or even her passive could be getting upgraded to be similar to Sparrow's passive, or maybe even her...
I hope it's directional. Like, yeah, I hope her ult or her attack stays the same, but you can look directionally and change it mid-flight.
Ryzen's passive. Next, at the top of this teaser is a different sight attachment circled in red with the text that says side-mounted sight, no more close range issues. So this definitely seems to be teasing that Vantage's ultimate would be getting upgraded where a canted 1x red dot sight would be added to the sniper. So this would allow for you to hit enemies much easier who are closer to you instead of only being able to zoom in so much with her current ultimate.
Make it do more damage up close. Make it do the same all around, so 2 hits does 175, but make it like the first hit do 75 and the second hit do 100, and then from range first hit does 50, the second hit does 125, where at least she's viable to pull out her thing and almost get a crack, if not crack, and have that double or 1.5x damage that she normally does, if that's still a thing.
Honestly, I think that these are some pretty great changes for Vantage, even though I don't really feel like she needed major buffs, as her sniper currently hits like a truck as the projectiles are quite large.
I disagree. The projectiles are large. I disagree though. She needs a buff. I don't want her to become annoying, but she needed a buff. You could also change her perks and all that. Like just add some of the shit base kit. Gun shield base kit. You remove gun shield from everything else. Just make gun shield base kit. Add it to the weapon. You're doing weapon changes.
With these expected Vantage buffs, that actually gives us a pretty good idea that the upcoming Recon Legend rework in Season 30 will most likely be for Bloodhound. Earlier in the year, when Bloodhound received some buffs, the devs did say that they plan to give bigger changes down the road, but hope that these recent ones are enough to push the Legend back towards relevance as they retool the kit.
And it never did though. They made the fucking 50 HP only HP, not shield. If they added shield, I think that would give them a shit ton more boost. But the HP is not worth running.
So that's pretty exciting, as Bloodhound's pick rate and encounter win rate are quite below the average, so I'm excited to see what the dev team has in store. Also coming in Season 29 is a brand new change to how you can respawn your teammates, and you need to listen to this, but if you haven't subscribed yet, as a lot of my viewers are not subscribers, make sure that you do so.
please go subscribe to him. I'm just reacting to it. Please go subscribe to him
to stay up to date on all the latest Apex news. So Apex Legends is calling this the Respawn Evolution Update. Over the years, the team has made various changes to how players can respawn their teammates, including the introduction of the mobile respawn beacons, being able to craft banners at the replicators, and most recently that multiple teams can use the same respawn beacon around the map as they no longer disappear after using them. It is expected in Season 29 that there will be the ability to respawn teammates directly from their death boxes. Now, we don't know if respawn beacons found around the map are going away, or if these will be an additional way to still respawn your eliminated teammates.
It should be additional. What if it is round 4 zone and your teammate's body is in zone? You can't res in. Theoretically, you shouldn't be resing that late anyway. After round 3, you're basically cooked if you res, but round 3 and round 4, like if you have a chance, you should. And if they're in zone, you won't have a chance to go in zone.
But these assets were discovered in the game files, which are really interesting. So these graphics essentially show new player and HUD icons for respawning your teammates, and there's a few different ones here, including green ones, gray ones, locked ones, and then a yellow one.
Well, let's go back to that. Normal respawn. Respawn locked, maybe it's already used, or maybe you can't do it yet. The same thing applies with this. You can respawn from the body, maybe you can't do it yet. I don't know what this could mean. I think this is just you pick up your teammate's banner, and instead of a skull, it would be the logo. I don't know any of these three. I know this one's probably the banner too. These three, I have no clue.
And there's a few different ones here, including green ones, gray ones, locked ones, and then a yellow one. My best guess here is that this will end up working somewhat similar to how things work in Marathon, where you can revive your team directly where they were eliminated.
I hope it's like this. I loved Marathon. I don't have people to play with. I stopped.
However, that it would take much longer than respawning them at a regular or mobile beacon. Now, the locked symbols that we see might mean that there would be a cooldown before you can actually begin respawning your teammates from their boxes.
Again, maybe.
I'm sure that there would be some perks to legends like Crypto who could bypass this lock system with his drone, but I really do hope that this isn't the only way to respawn your teammates moving forward.
And I hope the death boxes have a timer to be rest. 40 seconds, 50 seconds. I hope it's less than grabbing the banner. Or maybe I hope it's just grabbing banner time. I hope you can't craft them and then go to their death bots. Useless, I get it, but I hope.
Because if it is, I fear that enemy teams would just camp death boxes, especially in ranks, so that you can never respawn your teammates. On top of everything that I've mentioned so far, we're getting even more in Season 29 as various maps will be...
Again, I'm assuming Storm Point, Broken Moon, and Olympus are going to come. I hope they do. I love Storm Point. Broken Moon's an alright map, and Olympus needs more fucking of those. More gray rocks. They just need more gray rocks. You go on the open and you're just fucked. That's what that is.
Receiving mobility and quality of life updates. Not much has been shared here just yet, but my speculation is that we will be having maps like Broken Moon, World's Edge, and Olympus receiving more interactable objects like zip rails or smaller gravity cannons to make it easier to traverse the maps.
That would be good. And also do that to Edo Street too. I don't think Olympus needs it that much. They have Tridents. World's Edge and KC are both small maps. Do that to the bigger maps. Because for all we know, the maps have just been getting bigger, bigger, bigger.
Could also see some POIs getting slightly updated to have more cover at choke points or maybe even better loot distribution. Also, in Season 29, it is rumored that another collab crossover event will be coming to the game. This would likely be similar to the Gundam collab we received in Season 28, with a limited time event in the wildcard game mode, along with unique skins for the legends and weapons, plus a new universal heirloom. Not much has been shared yet about this either, but honestly, I really do love when Apex Legends does crossover events, as I think it hypes up the community and gets some fresh eyes on the game. Personally, I'm really excited for Season 29 and its release at the beginning of May. All of these updates feel like something that typically releases during an anniversary season. I'm personally looking forward to trying out the new legend, the new respawn system, and the new wildcard events that will be coming to Apex.
I disagree. Can we get rid of the wildcard LTMs and make actual modes and actual unique shit instead of putting it in a survival slot. Not only that, like the last two survival slot items have actively hurt controller players in a way where it's so weird, especially during the Gundam event where you had to like the buttons didn't work. It was I played both M and K and controller, and the buttons for activating it way better on on M and K. But I'm not opposed to it either. If there's no content, net content, give us wildcard, and also make it easier for controller players to activate their ability. Please, we get left out on it.
Let me know down below what you are most excited for, and if you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you sticking around. I'll be posting more as we have official details from Respawn in the upcoming days, but thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Great video. Great fucking video. Again, just make the buttons easier to access on controller, because if you had to like press two buttons and all you had to do was hold the button on PC, it would bring more controller players to use the ability. That's why you see on console a lot of people don't use it. On PC a lot of people do use it. It's just easier to access. Otherwise, again, Ross, appreciate the video. Great video. I will be linking his channel in the description, and thank you guys for watching. Again, please subscribe to him. He is the one possible for this video, and I appreciate all you guys for watching. Bye bye.